just finished watching The Conjuring, The Devil Inside of Me. This one was very different for me. I've seen the first one and the second one. I love the second one. I think the second one is actually pretty good film. This one didn't really win it for me. Honestly, it's actually not. I'm glad I saw it at home. So these HBO movie releases come in handy sometimes. This one definitely came in time. For Godzilla vs. Kong, not so much. I'm glad I went to saw the theaters for that one. Mortal Kombat, should have saw that one at home too. You know, but this one I said after Mortal Kombat, I said I'm staying at home, and I want to see how this is done. So anyway, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Inside of Me. For a show, for a film, it was good. For the Conjuring universe, not so good. If that makes any sense. It's one of these films, already off the bat, it's a 6 out of 10. It's way lower than the other two. I wouldn't even recommend it to watch it. It's one of the top horror films. I wouldn't even put it in my top 10 if you're into horror. I'm not into horror like that, so I can't really grade it on that scale, but I know this is not people's top 10 because I wasn't really scared. I was more like intrigued by the story, but not intrigued by the horror elements. If that makes any sense. It came off kind of half-assed to me with the story. It went from a curse to another curse to another curse. And it felt like it went to one host to another host to another host. And it just wasn't that good to me. It didn't captivate me as the other ones did. Now, when they first had it, if you clearly see the kid here, it really doesn't focus on the kid. It focuses on somebody else, which I won't spoil. And just from the curse, just from him to somebody else. If it was focusing on a kid, I think it would have been better. But it focused on somebody else, which kind of like defeats the purpose, and just it's a lot of flashbacks to maybe 5 months ago, 24 hours ago, which those type of films can be done well, but those are films can also be done wrong, if you get what I'm saying. What I mean by that is certain films like that, you have to really captivate me to actually watch, but I don't think it did a good enough job. The biggest problem with this film for me is it's just, I felt like they tried to do something different because they already did the whole demon taking over thing and everything else, and try to add more of a over necromancer, witches involved, and all the extra stuff, which can be done. But this wasn't done right for me. It was just done pretty poorly. Then they had to solve another case, so it was, to me, it felt like they were doing a lot in this film and not focusing on one thing at a time, which you probably said, well, it led to one thing. It kind of did, but they kind of went off track a couple times for me. It just wasn't really interesting to me. This was actually probably like I said, least interest I felt in the Conjuring universe. And I'm not a real big fan like that, but I could tell like they got some good films. It's like the Nun level bad, or not really, but I say I had more scares out of those films than this one. This one was going for a scare. This was going for a little bit more of a storytelling horror element, which can be done. But I think it was just done pretty poorly in that regard. So, yeah. But I'm not going to really talk too much about it. Like I said, my rating is 6 out of 10. It's really, if you're a Conjuring fan, this is for you. If you're a fan of the universe, this is for you. But as a horror film, as a film to waste your time on or pay money for, I would just not. For me, like I said, I would not watch this one again. I'll probably watch the second one, the first one again, but I would definitely not watch this one again. Unless they say watch all three, because it leaves clues to the final one or the fourth one. Probably something like that, but I don't know. I don't think I would. But, yeah. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. What do you think of The Conjuring? Have you seen it? And tell me below and let me know. Have a Johnson day.